start out with a song, a fabulous song called I Behold the Christ in You. And it's on page 64 or 65 of your hymnal. Robin found
A way cool
a
thing.
way cool thing. Robin found a way cool thing. So we're gonna sing along with
Some singers.
some singers.
But
That's
you
right.
have to listen to the first part.
We're gonna
This
listen to
is
the
one
first
of
part.
those I stumbled upon it.
64 or 65.
Or.
Well, mine's on
Some
65.
hymnals, it's on page
Oh, there's two
65,
versions.
and some
Yes.
hymnals, it's on page 64.
This one actually is on both.
Both of them.
All right,
Just a
so
quick little,
you get to listen.
Okay, you ready?
Very cool.
oh,
Shoot. I will turn the volume on. Yeah, you turn it up and I'll record it. This is so cool.
Those are the most important words in the world. He was silent for a moment. I asked a friend, do you know what the most important word? Once I asked a friend, do you know what the most important words in the world are? The friend shook her head. No, Mr. Fillmore, I don't, she replied. Christ in you, the hope of glory. Those are the most important words in the world. He was silent for a moment and then repeated, Christ in you, the hope of glory. And so it is through the pure vision, true love, and supreme inspiration set forth by our founding pioneers of the Unity work, to strengthen even through greater dimension, moving forward with you in the great goal set forth, we sing our tribute.
Too cool. That's awesome.
The things you find when you're surfing.
That was excellent. Thank you, Robin. Am I loud enough?
Yes.
Okay, very good. That was great. I love that saying, that phrase, I behold the Christ in you. Sometimes we have to look a little closer, right? Too cold. I know it's in there. So, here we are, Sunday, April the 28th. Our Sunday services are being live streamed. Thank you for helping to support our Unity ministry by donating to PayPal at unityofbillings@gmail.com. And is our website up and running for
Oh, yeah.
donations?
Yep.
Sweet.
And it even has a thing where you can click on buttons for specific amounts, or you can put in an amount.
Nice, very nice. And our Unity website is www.unityofbillings.org.
Oh, our
Yes.
website?
Our website,
Yeah.
yes.
If you just search Unity of Billings on Google or whatever you're searching,
Right.
and you'll find it.
Very good. So, that's awesome. I love that. That donate thing was not quite ready, but it is now. Thank you, Clayton and Leslie. Next week is our friendship potluck. Be sure and plan on joining us for delicious food and lots of chat. We can solve the problems of the world, right? That's where it happens, right there. So we are also having a design contest to redesign and update our banner that hangs out in the front of our building, on the side of the building. It's pretty faded out, but it's still, you can still read it. So, we know that we have some very artistic people in our congregation, and it should include the above information. Well, let's see. Yes, it should include
The logo.
the logo, and there's a bunch of things that it should include. If you're interested in doing this, you can check out the newsletter. It has some very specific information that the banner needs, and we will also have a fabulous prize for the winner. Excuse me. What did you just hold up for now?
Rick's article. You can
Oh, yeah, I've got it right here. Yes, we've got in the back, on the back table, we have, I think, 3 or 4 copies of, but we can make more, yes. Running with Myrtle, which was authored by Gus Arthur, who is AKA Rick Cosgrove. And this is in the Unity magazine currently. And when you, and Rick says, when you take the spirit of a Unity co-founder on a 3-mile jog with you, anything is possible. I can't wait to read this. This is going to be great. It's great. Rick is an amazing writer. So today, we have the great pleasure of enjoying Reverend Edee Weigel. And she's going to speak to us of our secret selves. It's going to be awesome. And then it's going to be May. So May 5th, we will have again the great pleasure of Reverend Edee Weigel. May 12th, Reverend Orlando Worthington. May 19th, Reverend Edee Weigel. And then no services will happen on May the 26th because it is Memorial Day weekend. Another thing I wanted to mention is that we now have our name tags available in the front. So Robin did a great job of repurposing the name tags that we had. If you choose to wear a name tag, it's up there for you. Your name is there, just your first name. And if you want to be someone else that day, stick it over here. But we've had several requests for that because of the, just when we get to meet new people and remembering their names, so we don't have to ask them multiple times. Anyway, that's happening. And now, if you all take a moment to gather yourselves and center and enjoy the Unity song with David Friedman. Every prayer is answered, every prayer
hold all the answers deep inside yourself. There's a voice that whispers, there's no you, no me. There's just one, there's just unity. One power, one presence, one light to lead the way. All loving, all knowing, that answers when you pray. When the world looks darkest and your eyes can't see, gather all your troubles, give them all to me. I am always with you, I will always be. I am one, I am unity. We are one, we are unity.
And now I will light the Christ candle, which is a symbol of the Christ within all of us today and forever, and in our service. Our daily word today speaks of inner peace. We have copies of the daily word on the back table for a donation. I think it costs us $3 a copy, something like that. So we'd like to offer those to you. And Sunday, April 28th, I call upon the infinite peace of God within. If you'll join me in affirming inner peace, I call upon the infinite peace of God within. I find peace in the beauty around me. A clear day, flowers swaying in the breeze, a gently flowing stream, all reveal the presence of God and reflect my inner nature. Lasting peace resides within my mind and heart. If that peace is temporarily disturbed, if I'm feeling out of sorts about my life or the situation of a dear one, I draw upon my strength and stability by turning away from the outer circumstances and going within. I quiet the chatter of my mind, perhaps thinking of one of my peaceful places, imagining the breeze caressing my face and hearing the trickling stream. In this quiet state, I connect with my source and begin to feel a settling calmness. I consider my life from this higher perspective and remain centered and serene no matter what is happening in my life or in the world. Peace be with you. John 20:26. Again, will you affirm with me? Inner peace. I call upon the infinite peace of God within. And if you'll join me in affirming our Unity Foundation principle, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. And our Unity of Billings affirmation. Through divine wisdom and grace, Unity of Billings is vibrant, healing, and inclusive. moment and gather your offerings, your prayers, your love, and hold them in your hands, infuse them with your energy. And join me in praying. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am grateful. And we will pass the offering plate while Robin spools up some special music.
Silence is golden, is that what they say?
You are a blessing. You are blessed. 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 You are a blessing. You are a blessing. You are a blessing. Thank you, Karen Drucker and Robin. And now, great pleasure, here comes Edee Weigel. Reverend Edee Weigel. Yes, will you come around this way, please? Yes, watch out for this guy. He's doing a great job over here. Good morning, again. So good to see you. Yes, good. There you are, thank you. Good morning. Good morning. I have to make sure I speak loudly so my stepfather can hear me. Hi, Father. I have a pen pal in Sweden, and just the other day he said they can watch me on YouTube in Sweden, and they have closed captioning that translates to Swedish. So we are around the world now. He is kind of a holy man like Mike Turley. He interfaces with the Sami people, which are the reindeer people. So it's kind of interesting how far the spiritual life can stretch around the whole world. So, good morning, and can Mother Nature make up her mind? Maybe she's got a secret self too, doesn't she? I remember the commercial about it's not nice to mess with Mother Nature and the lightning and the rain. But secret cells, I knew when I put that up on the board that it'd pique your interest. It's a tool that Julia Cameron uses in The Vein of Gold, which is the book after The Artist Way. Have you read this? Aha, I see some nodding heads out there, and they're not falling asleep. The secret cells, Well, it's kind of funny because as I was writing all this and had it ready to go, here this is on my desk looking at me, and it says your divine self. And I thought, well, that's not a secret self, but definitely a big self to me. And this is a Unity publication that's so old it does not have a zip code on it. So this is out of my mother's things. When did they have zip codes start? In the 60s, probably?
I think so, little zips.
So what Lowell Fillmore had to say about our divine self, he says, remember, to be successful, you must know that you are success. Do not doubt it. I do not mean that you should be vainly proud of your personal ability, but that you should believe in your divine self as success. So with that in hand, I got up early and left early since the freeway entrance is closed. Come down the long way. The secret selves, it's a fun subject, and Julia examines the known and unknown aspects of our unique personalities that make us truly who we are. In thinking about our secret selves, we may discover that some of our aspects of self were a secret even to us. Oh no. And occasionally they'll jump out of hiding and scare us and everyone else, I would like to, not to say to death, as my mother raised me to be metaphysical. So it's like, okay, they scare everyone. And everyone else in our lives who takes part of the drama. So if we are repressing any part of ourself, it may hide and just take its opportune moment to come dashing out. But a few more fun ways to find our secret selves is to ponder, dress up. Who is my favorite dress up Halloween character? Maybe remember who you wanted to be as a child on Halloween. Some of this secret self stuff, you get to kind of look back over your childhood. And I'm remembering a Zorro-like outfit that mother helped me make in 1962. I was 7. I know it had a black cape and a black mask and a wooden stick we covered with foil for my sword. And I remember going around making that Z on everything, Zorro. I know I scared the family dog so bad that he ran howling out of the house. He didn't know it was me. The secret selves are aspects of our own psyche, emotional, spiritual, inspirational, and even our dark side, the shadow side of our personalities. You know, there is something in there, someone cuts you off in traffic and you've got this choice to be spiritual about it, but then there's something there bugging you, and you're like, it must be that, the shadow side. We all have an ego, and we have an inner critic. Julia Cameron calls the censor. It gets a bit easier to deal with these aspects of ourselves when we can view the ego and the inner critic with a comical name. Julia calls her inner critic Nigel. I call mine the Calvary Master. I mean, those boots better be polished or else. By having names for our many aspects of self, we begin to hear them more clearly, as each does have some valuable information. I mean, yeah, maybe I could have polished my boots. We begin to not only hear the many aspects of the self, we can even have some dialogues with them, or we can let them dialogue with each other. But we end up having a more harmonious whole in the spin of life, and we can find more balance. Whenever the Calvary Master cracks his whip at me, I can listen closely to the critic's opinion without taking it too harshly. You know, I can throw in that, well, I'm older now, so it doesn't matter anymore. Kind of like that one. I don't care if my boots are polished. And I can also see things through my artist self. I can see it with eyes of artistic acceptance, and I can use an inner criticism possibly as a map. But when a regret pops up at midnight, I don't think any of you ever have that, just me. I'm being funny here. When a regret pops up at midnight, I can put it to rest with an affirmation. I am always learning. Like I tell myself, next time I will do something better about this. I'm always learning. And I can tell myself, I learned what I need to change to stay in the light. I want to stay in the light. I want to be on the God channel. And I forgive myself or that person. Julia Cameron's book, The Vein of Gold, talks about her secret selves. One is a very proper teacher in a long flowing dress named Mother Abbess. And the other is a bit of a wild woman. She's got more than just two. As Julia makes her way through life, she writes about an inner dialogue between these two women in a comical way. The wild woman she calls Bon Bon says, ooh, buy that new lingerie set. Mother Abbess says, buy the sensible shoes. Bon Bon says, buy the high heels, the red ones. All of us have at least 5 inner selves that need a voice. Possibly it may be easier to find the emotion first and then give it a name. Joy is an emotion, and it's also the name of our adorable, fast, black and white barn cat. Joy is my companion. Joy was wild and now knows love, and we have no joy really as one of our best healers. Joy is the healer. So what would it take to feel the first joys of our entire lives again? Do you remember just being absolutely overtaken with glee as a child? For me, some of the first feelings of joy was catching rides on waves at the beach. I know that Mother, growing up in Texas, when she saw the ocean and she saw all that down there, she said, that's for me. And of course, she started making treatments, metaphysical vision boards, to get a house by the ocean. And they had one because of the GIs returning from World War II. She bought a beach house for $15,000.
Yay.
I think the payment was $65 a month. This is 1954. But we got to walk down and go swimming a lot. And you could rent this a raft that had handles on it, and you could get up on these waves and ride them and hang on. I think it was $1 a day to rent this raft. But what a thrilling joy to paddle hard enough to catch a wave and be lifted up and shot forward across the salty water towards the shore. So my name for my true inner joy is called Surfer Girl. And I have a couple of signs around the ranch. I don't know if you've seen my Surfer Girl sign yet, but there is one there. Surfer Girl. Think now back to your young life, a moment of sheer glee, untarnished by any negativity. Just think about pure joy and name it. You can think about it for a little bit. Find that joy and name it. And oh, by the way, best of all, there are no rules. In this exploration of self, as we name things, we're allowed to change the names as we want to. We name our aspects of life in order to honor them. When we honor them, our aspects of self, they begin to speak a little more clearly, and we see their value. We feel their validity. So if the Calvary Master is bothering me, I just surf away on the sea of unlimited potential, my sea of joy. In me as Surfer Girl, I only see sparkling spray of the breaking waves, the smell of salt air, and the seagulls crying. And all the protests of my ego and inner critic melt away into nothingness. I have a Scarlett O'Hara self that says fiddle-dee-dee. Just like Scarlett O'Hara, nothing has power over me unless I give it. So I have this Scarlett O'Hara self too. And I think I remember holding a carrot up once to the sky and saying, I'll never be hungry again. But I had a garden once, the only thing I pulled out of it was one carrot. There are other animals and things, insects I end up feeding every time I plant a garden out there. But when we allow our secret selves to weigh in with their opinions and votes, we get a far more balanced view of the situations we are in, and our world makes more sense. We can write in our journals and write out a question, and then listen. Listen to your inner self's reply. Julia Cameron says she dialogues a question and she says, okay, Bon Bon, what do you think? Okay, Mother Abbess, what do you think? Because you listen to your heart and let each aspect of your persona have a voice. And let each named part of us speak out onto the paper with their opinion and their plan of action. You can ask each part of you, what does it think? Accepting each inner voice as valid and worth listening to is often the key to greater self-acceptance more acceptance of our friends, families, situations we're in. And it's a way to have self-comfort and self-love and going forward and upward in life. We all have a shadow side, which is usually not a part we can love. For sure, it is often part we disown and are ashamed of or feel immediate pain to recognize. Ooh, we're getting to some nitty-gritty here. Much less name it. And it is the party pooper, wet blanket, nag of negativity. Ugh. I call mine the Grim Reaper. Might as well go for it all the way. It's not too hard to deal with him though, as a caped skeleton holding the scythe, I think that's what they call that thing, the big blade on the... Oh yeah, he's a Halloween character, and I can diffuse him pretty quickly by just allowing him to have a voice, and then going forward with my optimism I call the artist, and my Scarlett O'Hara self says fiddle-dee-dee. The artist sees everything with an eye of gathering information to create the next fabulous masterpiece. The sky, the clouds, the light, the landscape, the beauty. Yesterday out the ranch was so beautiful, I just sat on the porch and just kept looking at the sky. The other day, Ariana was helping me, and I think it was actually the jet stream itself was coming over the ranch because the clouds were just spectacular last Monday, those very long, streaking, high-level clouds. But definitely is big sky country. So enjoying the landscape and thinking about how I'm going to paint something, the dialogues between myself, surfer girl, the artist, leave the Grim Reaper in the dust, a pile of bones. Fiddle-dee-dee. So you can see how this works. By naming our aspects of self, they have less power to throw us off balance. And why not have fun? Why not? By naming our aspects of self, we know where that little voice in our head is coming from, and we know how to use the information to move forward. If my party pooper is trying to ruin my day, I just say, you know what? I ain't listening to you. You can just go over there. I'll give you some respect later, but right now, I want to have fun. We have a new barn cat, and it doesn't have a name yet, but the other day it tried to make it through the front door. So I named it Dash, which is one of Julie Cameron's other secret cells names, but it wanted to come in the house, but right behind me was 3 of my house cats that if it had come face to face in the crack of the front door, I think it would have been exciting. So I named her Dash. I put my foot up. I went, no, you're a barn cat, honey. In so many ways, though, our repressed self may have some great inspirations and even a path that we may not have dared to explore or even to live. We do repress some secret selves or feelings, and it's good to look a little deeper. I know the Grim Reaper, he's just a party pooper, wet blanket, but I like to make him like really something that I can throw down. I was reading a paragram. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a paragram. They're little cards which were made by Paramahansa Yogananda in the 1940s. I have a little set of them. They're all bent and falling apart and have coffee stains on them, or the cat chewed on one. Little cards. But this is the affirmation card, and it was about balance. And I thought when we're talking about all these selves that we're trying to dialogue or name, thinking about you wanting to create balance in your life. So Yogananda says, the material and the spiritual are 2 paths of one universe and one truth. By acknowledging each part as valid, we achieve the mental balance necessary for a harmonious life. Our lives can be expressed in a 3-fold way through thoughts, desires, and actions. Rightly guide all of these forms of expression, and they will guide us to a higher state of consciousness in our activities as we, the Creator, the preserver, the transformer, with our divine will as the director of our life movie. Yogananda loved to go to the movies. I don't know if you know this about him. He would take all of the nuns and the monks of the ashram, and they'd all go to the Hollywood movies, because they were right there in Hollywood in the 40s. And for some reason, he loved cowboy and Indian movies. And one of the nuns there, she wrote, she covered her eyes, and he looked over at her and poked her and said, "Look at the screen." In one of his talks, he said, so much of our lives is like a movie, and we have to remember there's a projector on a screen. It's not real. We are the projector. So he's bringing in his spiritual teaching along with their going down there to Hollywood and watching all that, probably all black and white movies back then. But we can practice the art of living in this world without losing our inner peace. We can live in this world without losing that inner peace. We follow the path of balance between all of our aspects of self to reach this wondrous garden of self-realization. Another one, not necessarily a secret self, but something that I claim that's with me, is like Michael, the guardian angel, and with the big sword. So that's another, may not be a secret self, but it's my angel self that's with me, watching over me. But a wonderful metaphysical prayer treatment I've kept on my desk to reread anytime I need to fuel my creative child. The artist within is this. Use the Force, Luke. For any of us that saw Star Wars, when that movie came out, I was like, yeah, I know what the Force is. I grew up with it. And maybe, I know that when they wrote those movies, he did put quite a good message in there. And when I first saw it, I said, this is a great movie. So use the Force. Our words create our world. We claim our blessing from the divine, and we are safe. The Force is always there for us to use. We are one with something greater. There is a power in the universe greater than we are, and we can use it. Remember, we're all stardust. We're all connected. We are all connected to a higher consciousness. And as we claim love, intelligence, omnipotence, peace, joy, prosperity, balance, and harmony in our lives, we're like superpowers. Did I leave anything out? We can claim this limitless power of universal intelligence for our higher good and for the good for our loved ones. Thinking about our dear friend Dean today. I thought he was coming today, but I guess he decided to visit with family. We can transcend any negative emotions by letting them have their say. You know, I'm going to honor it. If I'm feeling a little worried about something, I'm going to listen to it and say, you know, is this any kind of value? And if it isn't, I'm going to quickly put it in the trash. Delete. The satisfying crunch that they put on the computer. Into the trash. We can diffuse any negative emotions with the feeling of love. We're just claiming loving kindness slays the dragon. That's another little thing I have written down in my office. Loving kindness slays the dragon. We claim that we are using this power of love to not only accept ourselves, but to love and accept others. We claim our lives as balanced. We discover a new and stronger inner voice of power, and we feed our creative energies with this power of the universe. We tap into the cosmic consciousness of the whole. Our inner light leads us into a balanced way of being. As we honor our own inner sacred presence, we know that the divine is communicating with us. We take that little moment every morning to close our eyes and just say, thank you, Lord. Thank you, God. Thank you for beautiful Montana, this beautiful spring weather. We are joyfully co-creating our lives with God. We are creating our joyful, balanced life, breath by breath, moment by moment, and thought by thought. Nothing can truly block our free flow of healing energy. We all have unlimited potential. New feelings of positive flow carry us upwards towards the light. We can look for new feelings of spiritual connection with God. As we identify our secret selves, hidden or unknown aspects of our unique personalities, we developed an ear to hear what each self has to offer. Each part of our psyche has a voice, and being heard, these voices will speak a little louder and come in clear, and possibly change their tone. We're always going into the God channel, you know, maybe some of these secret selves are the commercials. Each has their say. My artist self tells me, have fun, just have fun. You know, I wake up in the morning and I roll over and look out the window and it's like, who do I want to listen to this morning? And the artist says, just have fun. So I may get up with some coffee and start painting a picture left-handed. I've gotten pretty handy lately. But just have fun. My carefree hippie artist self and my yoga goddess self says, take it easy. Just take it easy. I'm inspired to have fun and take it easy. I'd like to share some more of Yogananda's writing on inspiration. Being as an artist, we need to stay inspired. You know, we got to find some material to work on. He writes, God is the real source and inspiration of all good in life. That is why Jesus said, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Matthew 6:33. Inspiration, creative power, and energy flow into you when you attune yourself to the infinite mind during meditation. You only take a few moments of meditation, maybe a few times a day, even if it's just closing your eyes for a moment, just saying, thank you, Lord. I know that you're with me. By communing with the cosmic vibration, the Holy Ghost, during meditation, you will increase your receptivity of your intuition. Within you lies a sea of infinite knowledge and inspiration. And when you quiet your mind, you can hear that a little more clearly too. Consider every season of life and not one only. Meditate to expand the mind and to vibrate in Christ's consciousness. I want to stay in the vibration of Christ consciousness. That sounds great to me. At Yogananda's church, they see the Christ as being the ultimate yogi. The word yoga means union with God, body, mind, and spirit. But as we expand ourselves into Christ consciousness, we also extend divine bliss to everyone we meet, and we shine with the light from within. You know, we go to Costco and all of a sudden everybody moves out of our way with a big smile. And you got this beam, you're just beaming people. Mother used to say, kind of throwing little pink hearts everywhere. And in closing today, I want to inspire you to find and name various aspects of yourself, your secret selves. Maybe not so secret, but the word secret always has a little more interest in it for some reason. You learn how to blend them all into this harmonious whole. So let's all stand up to receive a benediction. A benediction is my blessing you, my surrounding you with my love and my prayers. So we say, right here, right now, we are healed, we are healers, and we claim we are the light keepers. We shine forth an inner light. We are confident and full of joy as we move towards summer. We walk with strength in the light of God. We remember God is love and I am love. Everywhere we go, we are powerful and protected. Our loved ones are safe and all is well. Namaste.
That was wonderful, thank you. Don't forget Lowell. Lowell, yeah. I dropped that because we're, on camera, as we're live streaming. Does that look better?
It improves it a bit.
Okay, all right, wonderful. All right. There's something I want to go over with you right quick. Robin's gonna show you something. Yeah, we're not gonna jump into the peace song right just yet. I have a quick announcement, another one.
Yeah, wait, what she's gonna show us, you know.
I know, she's gotta show us something.
Yeah.
So what we're doing is we're doing the Unity, not the Unity peace song, we're doing, the, Daily Word. We're doing it on YouTube, and we're doing YouTube Shorts. And Robin and Clayton, this was Clayton's great idea, and Robin has been championing this effort, and we're getting a lot of views. And so, what we're looking for is volunteers.
His daily word is forgive. I forgive and free.
That's right, go ahead, just show it to him, and then I'll tell him.
That's all right, go ahead and finish.
Explain it.
No.
Okay. I lost my place. Anyway, so, yeah, we're getting a lot of views on this, and, so we're looking for volunteers that would be willing to do this with us. And we're gonna have a little class then we'll show you how to do it. It's really simple. At first, it may seem like, oh my gosh, but it'll be step 1, step 2, step 3, so it'll be really simplified. And you can take pictures of anything you want. You can take all your favorite pictures instead of standing there or you can stand there and put yourself on camera and say it, which, mine didn't turn out real well. I'm just like, because I'm trying to read it and look at the camera as well. Robin has had great success just taking pictures of lots of wonderful things, stuff, flowers, Scotland, things like that. So anyway, we're gonna have a class. So she's gonna show you what this looks like, and then we'll continue to talk about this because we're really reaching a lot of people, and this is awesome.
So again, this was Clayton's brainchild, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. It's the one with the Highland coup that I took in Scotland, because I'm looking on my own, it says no views, but if you go to Unity, it's had 315 views. Woo! So we've gone from having anywhere from 0 to 315 views. It just depends, but it gets the daily word out there. Like Linda said, well, I'll show you how to do this. The thing with the short is you have 60 seconds to do it. But the choice is yours, whether you want to put your mug on the camera or not. I prefer not. So that's why you'll see, for Pete's sake, this was a cross-stitch thing I did for my son 100 years ago. That's 51 views. But I just randomly take pictures now that the weather's nice and I can take pictures of flowers in my yard, things like that. You just prop your phone up on YouTube on our channel, but again, we'll have a class show you how to do it. It's not hard. The key is that, everything you have to add these hashtag things. We start out everything with Unity of Billings, and then I pick out words from the actual daily word. So let me play one for you, the one I did last night.
Thank you.
And
And
this picture actually was courtesy of Susan Fire.
nice. So we'll give you instructions on how to do it, so when she started talking about hashtags and stuff, I started to glaze over and I'm like,
I know. I'm with you, Linda.
It's really-
Get used to it. It's easy.
it's easy, once you get used
It's
to
like
it.
typing anything else,
But we're spreading the word of unity
His
across
daily
the
word
world.
is forgive. I forgive and free myself. There are bound to be times when I feel hurt by the actions or words of another. If I'm willing to forgive, I can rely upon the divine power within me to free my heart from resentment and resistance. My intention to forgive is supported by divine grace, my path to healing and harmony. Forgiveness may not erase an error or offense or change another's behavior, and I don't need for it to. It is enough. It helps me take responsibility for healing myself. This keeps my focus where it should be, on my own mind and heart. Freed from carrying grievance and hurt, I can move forward knowing God, my strength and support, is with me. No one need know my forgiveness journey. It is in my heart. I feel grateful for choosing forgiveness and finding freedom. Bear with one another, and if anyone has a complaint against another, forgive each other. Colossians 3:13. Today's daily word is for
So that's it.
Yeah, that's it. It's
So-
very simple.
Like I said, I'd prop it up. Anybody can do it. So next week, we'll put up a sign-up sheet. So if anybody's willing to take a week, we'll make the copies of the daily word for you for a week. You could do it at your leisure at home. Like I said, we'll show you how to do it. It's not hard. It's just,
Robin's been doing all of them
Yeah.
recently, so it's gotten to be a bit much. And I think they're super fun, since, we don't have to put our faces on the screen. I was like, wait a minute, my eyelashes are not right, that's, I get very quickly distracted, So anyway, as you all know. So, shall we, was that it?
That's it.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
we just wanted to show you a little and encourage, everyone can do it. You can do it at home. We just need people, or we want people to help do this. There needs to be more voices out there besides mine, for one thing. But, it's just, everybody has their own inflections. You read it, kind of where you want to emphasize a point, so.
Viola would be really good at this.
Yes, she would. So, and it's not hard, the 60 seconds is the key. If you go over, it'll post as a video versus a short. But we'd like to keep them as shorts, because like I said, we've had anywhere from when we started recording people doing these, to now, some days are better than others, and I don't know if it's the hashtag words but I try to pick words out of the daily word message to emphasize. So who knows, but like I said, that stupid cow got 315 views.
You know when the clock's gonna be?
What's that?
You know when you're gonna have the clock start?
Well, we'll have a sign up next week to see who's willing to help us out with it. And then we'll do it right after church. It's not hard. I can show you right on the TV screen how to do it. It's not hard.
And we'll schedule the classes as needed. Like if
Yeah.
we get several people that are coming and doing it, then, because
Exactly.
I'll need 3 more classes, I'm sure. So, technology is fabulous, it's just confusing. Shall we sing together? The healing circle, yes, the healing circle first.
I need that.